every day I get up and I say to myself, Jess, what are we going to do for our channel today? Are we going to just grab a random roll of pennies? Are we going to go to the bank and get some more? Are we going to do a part series type of a thing? What do we have in storage? And, sometimes I just grab low-hanging fruit. Don't get me wrong. I'm only human. Remember that song? That was a great. Who was that? Was that Billy Ocean? No. Huey Lewis? I can't remember. It's from the 80s. Anyway, so when I went to the bank and I did the last 3-part series that started in episode 206, this is episode 212. And I did a three-part series from these special rolls that I got, which I got a bunch more. That would have been lower. That would have been just picking up the fruit off the floor because they're right there. So I'm going to do another 3-part series on these 3 rolls. These were the only 3 special rolls that came from the 130 rolls I got from the bank. Is it 2 weeks now? It could be a week ago, something like that. So I'm going to start with these 2. Don't skip ahead. This is going to be part 3. And we're going to do part 1, part 2, part 3. Okay, so without further ado, now usually these rolls, and especially these rolls have mostly copper. Typically, these rolls sometimes have all copper. So that's going to be the special one. And well, let's see. And I think is there more than 50 pennies in here? Yeah, there's 51 pennies in here. Oh, yeah, it's 51 pennies. They put an extra penny in here. I could almost tell now by just looking at them. Partially, you see the line there? But you don't see the line down there looks correct. So it could even be 2 pennies, but I think it's 1. According to that road, it's 1 penny. But this looks like 2 pennies there, or 3. So that's where the line was before. Now I could count them. I'm not doing that. I ain't counting these pennies. All right. So of course there's copper. Like I said, it's usually mostly copper in these. I don't know if they're from the same person, but at this bank, I get a bunch of these. I've gotten a bunch of these in the past. Steel strong. I want to say this is from like Pittsburgh or something, or someplace in Pennsylvania. I could be wrong, but I think so. All right. The big question is, are those real shiny ones copper? Well, some of the less shiny ones I could tell are copper. Like over here. Okay, you can't see it. Like these over here, I think are copper. I think these are copper. I think they are. I could be wrong. I'm usually wrong. All right, so let's start with the first shiny one. What do you think? I don't know. I don't think this is copper. No, it's not. Okay, I have to put the the penny mat up on the screen. Some people, you can see obviously I don't have a penny mat here, so obviously it's someplace else. And in this case, I just take a picture and I put it up on the screen, and that's how I look at it. I'm gonna have to go a little closer. 86. All right, so our first one is zinc. Ah, what a beauty. There we go. You can see it has a little die clash in it. What a beauty. All right, so we're on the board with a copper. That's a B. That's a mint state copper. That would probably come back a 61 or a 62. And here we go with another one. Now this is what I like to find. Now, what's in that? What's in the zero? Let me look at the zero. You guys can see it. In the when you guys are looking at the pennies, you can see it better than I can, believe it or not. That's why I have to look at them in the loop. All right, so that's another mint state penny. To me, these are better than AU condition. Maybe this one's AU condition. Let me look at that. I'll put this one as AU condition. The other two I thought were nicer. $69. I have to look at that 9. Well, you know, I don't have to. Maybe I could do this. Let me see what happens if I do that. Yeah. I mean, that helps a little bit. Oh, look at that. Look at that. What do we have here? A piece of dirt. Man, did that look like a die clash for a second? That's what I'm saying. You have to look off camera. I have to look off camera. Floating roof. Weak FG. Yeah, you got the weak FG. Weak floating roof. I'll put it to the side. They're not worth anything. Die clash. Yeah, there's a die clash there. It's weak. You can see it in the row right there. Right there, you can see it. Now that's when the other when the die struck something, either each other or whatever, and it caused a. Yeah, I'll put it to the side. We need it. We want to have at least 7 or 8 short videos. So I'll even put weak stuff. I mean, unless there's like a tremendous amount of errors, which there's not. This isn't. That's an AU. Excuse me, MS penny. 87. Second. That's our second zinc. Not too bad. This is great. 64. If there's any doubling on the obverse, it's a key variety. Same thing with that 62, by the way. Which it's a 72. Where's the 62 at? Is this the 62? No. Oh well. I don't think this is it. Is that it? Oh. All right. Whatever. I thought I saw a 62. Maybe it was the 72. Typically, if I find a doubling, it's very weak. Like if you look at the N and IN, That's where the question becomes, is that in some references they do show doubling as being looking like that. For me personally, is there a die chip in the B? Let me look at that. I don't know. Hard to tell. Looks like there's some damage to it. So to me, this is a bust. If it looked a little better, I could say you could make an argument that there's some doubling there and then reference it. But to me, that's not. I put that with the fines. Right? Because what's the point of all this? Right? Is it fun? Yes, 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 yes. But as far as people watching the videos on this channel, right? I mean, we got, man, how many views do we got now? Click. Click. So we are up to 1.5 million views, right? So 100 out of almost 3,000 videos I put up, we've gotten 1.5 million views in the past, like whatever, 8 months, something like that. So we only have 7,000 subscribers, 1.5 million views, and we're talking about what, a fraction of a percentage of people who view the channel. Put that with the AU. Or is that fine? Let me see. That could be AU penny. And right. So the people who are subscribing, 1970. It's not the S is the one you really want with the doubling. Oh, and and also small date. So there's 2 of them. Sorry. Right, because people, we're hoping. Oh, that looks like it might be something there. We're hoping to find something that somebody wants to buy from us, right? Find something for a penny. That's worth more than a penny. Or more than a cent. You want to get technical. Now, this is a much, much better floating roof than the other one. That's a nice float, and the FG is almost invisible. That's a nicer floating roof. I will put it on top of the other one. I'll do 2 separate videos, but I'll still, just so I remember that they're both floating roofs. Is this copper? No way. Whoa. Right? So, for example, this penny here, right? And first of all, let me look at this. So cool. Wow, what a strike, man. What a strike. The reverse has such a bold strike, right? And the obverse, the In God We Trust, has oh, it even looks like it has some zinc, like some lamination. Oh, what a beauty, man. Okay, so is this penny worth $1? Might be. That might even be something, a die error. You see the strike right there on the In God We Trust? Let me see if I can zoom in a bit. It has these little lines on it. I've seen that before. Could be deteriorated die, but there might be also another special error for when it looks like that I just don't know what it's called. And of course, that could be looks like a little bit of a lamination error. Some zinc. Zinc is like silver looking. So if this is worth $1, right? That's great, because the whole penny roll is 50 cents. So if someone gives me $1 for that, You know, I'm like a pig in the sty. I put that with the AUs. It's almost MS. Probably is a low MS. 64 again. No, 60. Oh, the 64. We're looking for the doubling on the reverse, not the obverse. If I said obverse before, I was wrong. It's reverse. Put that with the fines. Let me see. That could be A. Let me see. Is that AU? So I'll put it with the fines. It's splitting hairs. Look at that 79. It's just a little dirty. I could probably take an alcohol. Oh no, that looks like rust up there. Oh yeah, that would affect the grade. Not, I mean, it can't be rust. I guess like corrosion, right? Because copper doesn't rust. That's why I always get weirded out when I find. I wonder if that's dirt. Hey, you know what? Here, let me not be too lazy. Right? There's only one way to know if it's dirt or corrosion or what is to lightly clean it. No alcohol. Alcohol doesn't. From what I see, alcohol does not affect copper at all. It's a pretty good. Yeah. See, it's. I could feel it too. Yeah, that's pretty sure that's corrosion. Mm-hmm. Which is weird. So you have to wonder how that happened, right? Because copper doesn't rust. Must be one of the other elements. What a beauty, though, huh? I'll still put that with the MS. That's a beauty. So you're looking to find something, right? So I found some. I found some really, really valuable coins um, in penny roll hunting. I found a lot that are worth 10 to 20 bucks. I found quite a few between 20 and 50. I found a couple between 50 and 100. And then over $100, I found, I mean, there was this one, man, I don't know how that set of videos doesn't have hundreds of millions of views. The one where I found I'm calling it a stutter strike. I found 30 pennies from the rolls from one of my branches. All 30 of them have what I'm calling a stutter strike. I'll put that in the fines. Um, and once I'm probably going to take them to like a coin show or something to because online trying to get, and people get great information from me. This is a beauty too, huh? 78. You know, I think I'm helpful, but a lot of these other coin not channels, but so-called coin experts out there, they don't want to know about anybody, even though they say here's my email address and all that. I don't know what that's for. Maybe that was when they first made their channel and they were happy to help people. But I've when I first started this, I emailed some people about some stuff, and I'll be honest with you, I've never got a good response. When I say never, I mean not once ever got a good response. Right? And if anyone, you know, and I think I was very respectful. I sent the picture, and I never got a good response. Now, you know, obviously, if you're not going to be respectful, and then that's a different story. Kind of weird how the zinc is showing through, right? Let me look at that under the loop. Oh, wow. Yeah, and the reverse. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's improper mixture. And it's such a beautiful coin to find it on. Oh, another one that has that little corrosion thing up there. Is that a die clash? Looks like it. Nope, it is not. Nice looking penny. Reverse, not so much. I'll put it with the AUs. Another beauty. That also looks like zinc. I don't know if that's zinc. That's that could be oil or something like that. You could tell this now. See, this one has that's different, right? I don't know if you can tell the difference between this, which is like toning, right, and this, which to me is not toning. To me, that looks like zinc. See how it's in little spots? You can see a little line, a drizzle, and it even has this thing going on up here, which could right because copper doesn't rust. So what did that? You know, so to me, it's like an improper mixture. But this is toning, and they don't look the same. You have to know what zinc looks like to know the difference. That one I like. I don't think that's. I could tell it's not the same color. And then when I turned it around, I could see the toning. I'm like, okay, it's toning. But that's the difference. Does that mean it's worth money? I don't think so. That's a beauty. Yeah, this is some roll, man. Let me tell you. We got three zinc so far. Oh, look at this. That's a beauty, huh? For an 82. Copper large date, Philadelphia. Wow, that's a beauty. Stunner. AU. Wow. I'm telling you, man. Those ladies at the bank hooked me up. That looks like zinc too to me. I don't see them much like that. I'm just surprised with finding so many of them in this roll. Let me look at that. Maybe it is toning. Hard to say. Hard to say. Yeah, this one, I don't know. Yeah, it looks more like toning from maybe for some oil or something like that. Still a beauty. Hmm. Wow. Oh, with a die clash. Look at that. What a stunner, man. And we got a little die clashy on it. So you turn it around, right? Eric from keeneEyeCollectables taught me that. And that's the face. That's the opposite side, how it looks. It's upside down. I never knew that. Thanks, Eric. Check out his channel. Eric from keeneEyeCollectables. One of our first member. Our first member. Speaking of first members, let me say hello. Since we're going to start the series, I don't want to forget to say thank you to all of our members. Eric, Otis, Charlie, Sheila, and Sandra. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. What another stunner. That one's actually nicer than the other one. And it has a die clash in reverse. Look at this. You got to be kidding me. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So you see how long it takes to look through. If you're really going to, obviously I'm talking and, oh, look at the R. What do you think? Damage? It's probably damage. Let me look at it under the loop. Yeah, a lot of the letters have it on the R verse. It's damage. Same thing with the, see, that almost looks like doubling, but it's not. It's just post mint damage. Most likely, I'm saying. Pretty cool looking, but I mean, it could be deteriorated dye also. I'm going to roll the dice and say that that's post mint damage. Pretty cool though. Let me see. I could put it there in case we want to do a short on it. Interesting to notice the difference, right, between what I think is a mint error and post mint damage. Still only three zincs. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Interesting. Let me look at that. Little die bulge. Oh no, or is that a die part of a die clash? Ah, it's a die chip. It's a die chip. I mean, it's such a beautiful penny, man. That's pretty cool. Nice, we got a die chip. Four zincs. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I called it right. I said they're usually mostly copper. Wow. Huh. Let's look at that. See what's going on inside that. Nope. Just dirt. Another 82 beauty. Copper Philadelphia large dates. This is crazy. What are these? Oh yeah, those are the other ones. I remember. Wow. Well, you can't beat this, man. Wow. Whoa. And the funny thing is, I feel like I went pretty fast through these pennies. You know, and here we are a half an hour later, and we still got more. I told you they were. Look at this. This person must have had a roll of 82s or something. I've never found this many beautiful 82 Philadelphia large dates in one roll. Look at this. Yeah, this is not. Oh, they had. I think if you go to the bank and you say, "Oh, give me a roll," so I'm saying like, what they had a roll of pennies from 1982. Oh wow. Oh wow. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. This is like an MS. Let me look at this on the loop before I say what I'm going to say. This is like uncirculated. Now, someone said to me once, how can you say it's uncirculated if you found it in a penny roll? Well, hello. They go into pen. They could start off uncirculated, and the person just has had it since 1978. This is like uncirculated, very close. This is like MS 65. Super, super high. Maybe a little conservation, tiny, tiny, tiny bit. What is that anyway? What is that? Like, it's just like a water stain. That's incredible, man. I actually have to put that to the side. That's the nicest one we found today. Probably AU. I put it with the fines. Okay, number 5. So 5% zinc. I found 5 zinc so far. Is that a die clash? Nope, dirt. Yeah, that's just dirt in there. It looked like a die clash for a second. And last but not least, a 1970. What a beauty, huh? All right. Well, very good start to the week. Into the series. So hopefully no one skipped ahead. I'll put that with the AUs. I'll show you what we found so far. That's the 5 zincs, all the copper, right? Fine, no heavily circulated copper, fine copper, AU copper. Look at these mint state coppers. Is that crazy? And this one absolute stunner we just found. And then we found some interesting ones. I forget what they even are. I know we got the 82s, a die clash. Those are the 80. Look at all the 82s we found. Then whatever these were, but mostly copper. What a great video! I hope you all enjoyed it. Come back for part 2, which will be episode 213. And I'll see you in the next one. God bless. Stay safe.